All right, welcome back here. We are getting ready for the Junior Varsity game from Oak Grove High School, featuring the Oak Grove Grovers and the visiting Fargo North Spartans. Fargo North in those light pink jerseys, and Oak Grove will be right now in their dark pink warm-up jerseys. I believe they might be in a black or a maroonish color here for the JV, and went down and talked to the Fargo North coach, and he was very, very kind and generous and very eager and absolutely had no issues at all helping me out with some updated roster numbers here. So, and he even added a couple players that weren't on the roster originally. So, this should be a little bit better game. Not that the last game wasn't bad or anything, but I like to identify players that make good plays when at all possible. So I do kind of feel a little bit bad that I didn't have the correct jersey numbers for that C team matchup. So we apologize, but we also thank you for understanding. And this one should be a little bit better. And then, of course, the varsity matchup. Talked to him about that varsity roster, and he's like, yes, we do. We have 4 changes, and I got those 4 changes and got the 2 name pronunciations that I wasn't 100% sure on. All the rest, if you're a Fargo North fan, you may know that we've called a few Fargo North volleyball games, so we know some of the names of the players here for the Spartans as well. Certainly looking forward to this one here. We're going to take a short time out. We'll come back. We're about 6.5 minutes away from the first serve of this one here. It's the pregame show of the Junior Varsity game. Coming up next, it's the Fargo North Spartans on the road here, sort of on the road, 5 minutes away from their home court against the Oak Grove Grovers here at Oak Grove Lutheran High School. Also, quick shout out to Brent Wolf, the activities director here at Oak Grove, for allowing us to come broadcast the game. We'll be back in a moment here on the ND Sports Channel. The Magnitude Sports Media Network is all about bringing your team home when they are on the road and bringing your team to your friends, fans, and family who are on the road. Does your team have a huge road game coming up on the schedule that your fans aren't able to attend? Do you have family that lives in a different part of the country? Consider sponsoring your team at a rate far cheaper than you would pay with a radio or TV station. Plus, we can actually show you who's watching the game, the age group, and the actual number of viewers. And our operating expenses average about 75.8% less than the operating cost of a radio or TV station, and as a result, our sponsor packages are far cheaper. So, team up with us to bring your team back to your home television when they are on the road playing. Visit our website for more information, msportsnet.com, or call us at 701-373-1843.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast with Tim Howe keeps you up to date year-round on the sport of softball in the state of North Dakota. Coach and player interviews, who's moving on to play college softball, and that, well, guess what? That simply scratches the surface of this Grand Slam softball podcast. A new episode every week during the softball season and every month during the off-season. Listen anytime on demand on the ND Sports Channel, a Magnitude Sports Media Network station.
Download Game Time today.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
Did you know that every single game on the Magnitude Sports Media Network can be watched live on your home television screen using the YouTube app? And it's easy, so very easy, with 3 very easy steps. First, log on to the YouTube app on your smart TV or another device like a PlayStation, Xbox, or 4K Blu-ray player. Then search or select Magnitude Sports Media Network, select the live feed, find your team's playlist, or browse the extensive game library and watch any of the previous games on demand 24/7 at your convenience. We'd appreciate it if you were to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can find us on YouTube at youtube.com/Magnitude Sports Media Network. Then tap on the bell and get email and mobile alerts every time we go on the air. On the ND Sports Channel, Minnesota Sports Station, SD Sports Vision, or Magnitude Sports Radio. Thanks so much for watching the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Diamond Academy and Magnitude Sports Media Network are providing a huge opportunity for high school athletes. Player profile videos shine the spotlight on a skill set required for a position in a particular sport. Whether you play softball, track and field, or any other sport, if you're a sophomore or junior, it's time to schedule your video. Most tapings take less than an hour and can save you thousands when a recruiter puts your name in the starting lineup for a college scholarship. For more information, click on Player Profiles at msportsnet.com or call us at 701-373-1843.
The Magnitude Sports Media Network, since October 17, 2017, has brought you over 550 games in our first 2 years, and a grand total of 107,000 plus have watched our live video streams or listened to our live online radio broadcast, and we have absolutely no intention to hold back heading into year number 3. We have brought you varsity, junior varsity, and C-team high school sports in over 35 towns and cities, featuring teams from multiple states, and have featured over 90 teams in those broadcasts. Soccer, football, basketball, hockey, softball, volleyball, baseball, and swimming, with plans to grow and cover even more sports in the future. Consider a sponsorship that gives your advertising dollars every bang for its buck that you could expect and more. You can also make a one-time donation, safe and secure, using our PayPal link on our website. Thanks for being loyal viewers and supporting our network over the past 2 years. All right, we're getting ready here. We're seconds away, about 22 seconds, if you want to be very particular about it, from opening up here of the junior varsity game. This one's scheduled for 6 o'clock. We're a little bit ahead of schedule on this one. It's 5:48, so that means that depending on how if this one goes into 2 or 3 sets, that we might have a 7 o'clock serve here for the varsity game. So we should be on schedule, and we'll see how that one all turns out. If you missed the C-team game, it is available for a 24/7 replay here probably within a few minutes. Fargo North would win 2-0, 25-18 and 25-17 in sets 1 and 2 respectively. And now we'll see how the 2 junior varsity squads between the Spartans and the Grovers work out. Grovers over on the far side in the white jerseys with black numbers, and the Fargo North Spartans on the near side of the net here on the lower portion of your camera, or the closer portion of your camera, however you want to look at it. And they're in the light pink jerseys. Once again, I want to say thanks to the Fargo North coach for helping us out there with the number changes on the pink shirts, as they're not the normal numbers that they wear throughout the rest of the season. And though I'm used to a roster that's in numerical order, this is much better than what I had in the C-team game, which was no information at all. So we are certainly looking forward to it. Once again. And that will go out of bounds for a point for Fargo North. So once again, servers just out of our screen down here on the near side until they come up to the line, and that one will go into the net, and then they'll be tied at 1-1. Let's zoom out just a little bit on the camera. Not too much, but just a little bit. Okay. So it's Kendall Moe on the far side. He'll serve it up here for the Grovers, and it's up and over. First contact is made by Kylie Kleiner. Now drop for a point for Fargo North. 2-1. Put that one into set 2 by mistake there. There you go, 2-1. 0-0 in set 2. Jump serve is up and over. Contact is made. Set for the attack at the middle of the net, and the attack is down. It's Charlie Lang with the point for Oak Grove. 2-2. Lang will also have the serve. Don't have a number 9, so unless that's Kennedy Folden, I don't have a number 9 on the JV squad. Now we'll go into the net, and it's 3-3 as a result. Sammy Sanford who will be serving it up here for Fargo North. Push back over in 2, and it falls down. Sydney Steinhaus with the point for Oak Grove. 4-4, or 4-3, excuse me, in favor of the Grovers. Claire Peterson with the serve. First contact named there by Erica Spanger. Back over to the Grovers, far side attack, and it's down for a point. On the swat there for the Grovers is Remy Johnson, and it is 5-3 in favor of Oak Grove. Free ball there for Oak Grove. They'll set up for attack. Remy Johnson a little high, and she'll get another point. 6-3. Came right back over in one touch there, and let's see, I believe it was Kendall Mole who bumped it over, but it was on the far side, and I couldn't quite catch the jersey number there. As a result, it's 7-3 in favor of Oak Grove. Fargo North taking the lead at first, but Oak Grove not only overcoming the lead, but building on it as well. It's now 8-3. Back set, far pin, blocked at the net, and point Oak Grove, they're going to call a touch violation, a lift on Fargo North. 9-3. On the serve for the Grovers is Claire Peterson, a sophomore. Sanford will make first contact. The set there by Grande. Back over to the Grovers, bump back over to the Spartans. Grande with the set to the far pin, or near pin, I should say. And now will be down for a kill. That is Hayden Tullison, if I'm saying that correctly. It was handwritten on there, and I think I got the right name on there based upon the handwriting that I had to read. It's not my handwriting, and even sometimes I can't read my handwriting. So Riley Bartz on the serve there for Fargo North. And Bartz will make touch up on the return there. Now attack will go into the net for a point for Oak Grove, 10-4. Once again, varsity match coming up after this one. That C-team match. If it's not available right now, it should be available in a few minutes for a 24/7 on-demand replay if you missed it. Jump serve into the net from Kleiner, and that'll be another point there for the Grovers, and it's 11-5. That's one thing I forgot to ask, is who the libero was for. It might be Talia Triggs, but we're not going to be 100% confident on that. Nice send over there by number 9, who's not on my roster. Fargo North will get the point, though, and the serve will come out of Jocelyn's feet. Attacking error there for Fargo, or for Oak Grove, and point for Fargo North. 11-7 now. His feet will have the serve. She's a sophomore for the Spartans. And another kill from the near side there for Fargo North. 11-8 as a result, as the Spartans look to climb their way back into this one after a nice start for the Grovers. I believe that's a rotation violation on Oak Grove, so that will result in a point for Fargo North. Set to the middle of the net, and it's pushed over and kept alive there by Sveen. Bart's on the second touch, and Fargo North will get the kill. And they are within 1, 11-10. And Sveen will continue, or Sveet, excuse me, will continue on the serve. Trying to push it over there for the Grovers was Jorgensen. But it'll fall for a point for Fargo North instead, and we're tied at 11 as a result. That one will fall low for Jorgensen, and Grovers will retake the lead, 12-11. Sydney Steinhaus with the serve there for Oak Grove. Spartans kind of had to struggle, and, well, it paid off as the Grovers had to struggle even more than Fargo North did on that volley there, and the point to Fargo North tie us up 12-12. Trissa Grande with the serve and a whistle, and I looked down for a split second. I didn't see what the whistle was about. I think it was just making sure the correct players were on the court there for Fargo North. So Grande will have the serve. Serve is up and over, and it'll drop for an ace. 13-12. Buried it into the corner. Nice job there by Trissa Grande, and that is another ace. 14-12, 2-point lead for the Spartans. Now the Grovers will put 2 players back in that corner, so that's where she'll send it again, too. (16-12). 15-12, excuse me. And a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. Back in a moment here on the Andy Sports Channel. North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast with Tim Howe keeps you up to date year-round on the sport of softball in the state of North Dakota. Coach and player interviews. Who's moving on to play college softball, and that? Well, guess what? that simply scratches the surface of this Grand Slam softball podcast. A new episode every week during the softball season and every month during the off season. Listen anytime on demand on the ND Sports Channel, a Magnitude Sports Media Network station. All right, welcome back. Coming out of the Oak Grove timeout here. It's 15-12 in favor of the Fargo North Spartans after the Grovers got out to a hot start early on in the set. Fargo North was able to battle their way back into it. And now they lead by 3, 15-12. That serve into the net, now decrease their lead down to 2, 15-13. (16-14). I was making some manual adjustments on the roster there for jersey numbers. Not sure if it was Craig or Greg who gave me the updated jersey numbers, but whichever one of those coaches it was, I'm going to guess it was Craig Poole. But I could be incorrect on that. 17-14 Spartans out of bounds, 17-15 Spartans. Just barely out of bounds on the left side of the line there. Charlie Lang will have the serve there for Oak Grove. Pushed over with two hands there by Fargo North's Hayden Tullison. And that'll be good to push the Spartan lead back up to 3. Sammy Sanford with the serve. And that one will drop. (19-15). That one just out of bounds. It was a nice serve that just barely got over the net, and had it been a couple inches to the left there, it would have been an ace, but instead the serve will go back over to Oak Grove, this time into the hands of Claire Peterson. High rainbow serve up and over. Fargo North having a little bit of trouble with it, and they'll drop for an ace. 19-17, Grover's back within 2. Pushed over in 2 there by Jocelyn's feet. And Grovers have to get it over on that touch, and they do. Here's the setup. Near side, sent over there by Tullison. I believe that was Remy Johnson, and it was, who sent it over. Volley will continue, though. Nice dig out there. Johnson on the touch. And that one doesn't quite make it over the net. And that will be a point for Fargo North, 20-17. Riley Bartz will check in, and she'll have the serve. And that one will be pushed down by, I believe that was Kellerman. So Johnson's serve ends up in the net. And I'll give the point right back to the Spartans, and Grover's having trouble decreasing this 3-point lead. to anything less than a 2-point lead before the Fargo North Spartans get the 3-point lead right back. (21-19) after the service error there by Kleiner, and now back-to-back service errors for each team. And once again, as I mentioned a moment ago, the 2-point lead just fades right back up to a 3-point lead for Fargo North. Oak Grove having trouble closing that gap there, and they're running out of time to close the gap. If she would have let that one go, it would have went out of bounds, and it would have been a point for Fargo North. Instead, the Grovers will get it, and they're back within 2. So Sydney Steinhaus, and that one's over. Sanford makes first contact. Set up and then bumped over there by Fargo North's Reagan Carlson. Joust for at the net, comes back over to the Spartans. Nice job there, middle of the net, Reagan Carlson with the kill. 23-20. And that will be an ace. An ace for Trissa Grande. And it's set point for the Spartans. Once again, Grover's got out to a hot start early on in the set. Took a comfortable lead, you could say, but Fargo North battled their way back into it, and they were holding off an attempt there by the Grovers to pull within 2-3, 2-3, 2-3, 2-3. And as you can see, the Spartans maintaining a 4-point lead, and now they have set point here for set number 1. Once again, I want to send a thank you out to Brent Wolf, the activities director here at Oak Grove Lutheran High School, for allowing us to come out and broadcast these 3 matches here between the Spartans and the Grovers. It's always fun when you do a Class A versus Class B matchup, kind of wondering how the 2 teams will play in the matchup. Well, since it's a matchup that doesn't per se count in their respective conference or region, will they play at full strength? Will they play some junior varsity teams on varsity or players on varsity? All those questions come into account, or will they just go full strength and battle it out and see who the better team is? Certainly looking forward to the matchup here, as the point will fall, and that will be a win for the Spartans. 25-20 in set 1. And let's get that point over there into the set 1 column and not the set 2 column. 25-20, your final in set 1. We'll be back in a moment with set 2 after this here on the ND Sports Channel. The Magnitude Sports Media Network is all about bringing your team home when they are on the road and bringing your team to your friends, fans, and family who are on the road. Does your team have a huge road game coming up on the schedule that your fans aren't able to attend? Do you have family that lives in a different part of the country? Consider sponsoring your team at a rate far cheaper than you would pay with a radio or TV station. Plus, we can actually show you who's watching the game, the age group, and the actual number of viewers. And our operating expenses average about 75.8% less than the operating cost of a radio or TV station, and as a result, our sponsor packages are far cheaper. So, team up with us to bring your team back to your home television when they are on the road playing. Visit our website for more information, msportsnet.com, or call us at 701-373-1843.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
The North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast with Tim Howe keeps you up to date year-round on the sport of softball in the state of North Dakota. Coach and player interviews, who's moving on to play college softball, and that, well, guess what? That simply scratches the surface of this Grand Slam softball podcast. A new episode every week during the softball season and every month during the off-season. Listen anytime on demand on the ND Sports Channel, a Magnitude Sports Media Network station.
Diamond Academy and Magnitude Sports Media Network are providing a huge opportunity for high school athletes. Player profile videos shine the spotlight on a skill set required for a position in a particular sport. Whether you play softball, track and field, or any other sport, if you're a sophomore or junior, it's time to schedule your video. Most tapings take less than an hour and can save you thousands when a recruiter puts your name in the starting lineup for a college scholarship. For more information, click on Player Profiles at msportsnet.com or call us at 701-373-1843.
All right, welcome back. Fargo North takes the first set of the Junior Varsity game, 25-20, and we're about 10 seconds away from getting things rocking and rolling here in set two. Once again, the varsity game will be live right here on this exact same link. We can expect a first serve for the varsity game right around 7 o'clock, give or take about 5 minutes either side. 6:55, 7:05. It all depends on the outcome of the JV game here. And right now, advantage Fargo North Spartans. Once again, you go to our website. Under the Games button, click on Games on Demand. And you can get 24/7 replays. So all three of the matches today, the C-Team match is already available. If you missed it, you can send your friends to the website and have them watch the game. And we're underway here in set number two, and it starts with an ace. And the ace comes from Trissa Grande, and it's 1-0 Fargo North. So Grande will serve it up again. This time Johnson makes first contact, sent over by Kellerman. Fargo North will control it. Bump over a free ball here for the Grovers. Joust for it at the net, and putting it down on the floor there was Reagan Carlson for the second point for the Spartans, and it's 2-0. Once again, Oak Grove got out to a pretty hot start early on in set one there, but then Fargo North was able to battle their way back into it and take the lead and build on that lead, and they ended up winning 25-20 in that first set. I believe it was Kellerman who snuck out. No, it was Steinhaus, excuse me, on the serve there for the Grovers. Steinhaus will set it to the near pin, and the attack goes into the net. Jorgensen couldn't get it over, and that'll be another point for Fargo North, and it's 3-1. Serve this time comes from not sure. Number 9. I don't have number 9 on my roster. So we'll try and get that information for you ASAP as it's 4-1. Sanford will bump it, and it's blocked at the net there by Charlie Lang. And as a result, the Spartans can't get it over, and now it's 4-2. That was a nice block and got some nice height on that block there. As Erica Spanger was trying to send it over, but it would be blocked there by Charlie Lang. That one a little too much on that one there for Remy Johnson. 5-2. Fargo North had an issue with the net there, and actually the official on the left side of the screen said that somebody from Fargo North's foot went over the line, so that goes into the books unofficially as a net violation. 5-3, Oak Grove with the serve, down by 2. Down by 2 seems to be a common theme towards the end of set 1 there. We'll see if they can break that theme, and they'll get a free ball back over to the Spartans here in this set. Nice block at the net there between Remy Johnson and Julia Kellerman. It will fall out of bounds. Point Oak Grove, and it's 5-4 in set 2 of a best-of-3 junior varsity matchup. Serve is up and over. First contact was made there by Spanger, and now be sent over, and it dropped in bounds. She snuck it in front of the back line. That was Tollefson. 6-4, back to 2-point advantage here for Fargo North. Oak Grove able to save that one and send the volley back over to Fargo North. Out of bounds. And it's 6-5. Claire Peterson just off camera here. We'll have the serve. She'll sneak into the bottom corner in a moment. Serve is up and over. Set. And Fargo North will keep it alive. Send it over near side here. Remy Johnson. It's tipped as it goes over the net. Fargo North will control it. Go on the attack from the middle of the net, but it won't get over, and that'll be a point for Oak Grove. And as a result, we are tied at 6. Peterson will continue on the serve here for Oak Grove. Oak Grove takes their first lead of the second set. Maybe if we do that, we don't have to worry about her going off camera. And it looks like all the rest of the court is seeable too, so. I believe it was Tollefson on the kill there for Fargo North, 7-7. Serve will go into the hands of the junior Kylie Kleiner. Into the net, point Oak Grove, 8-7. That works for me. Remy Johnson will have the serve. Now watch, he'll come to the near side of the service line. I'll have to move the camera over again. But that's okay. That was Jorgensen on the first touch for Oak Grove, and now a whistle, point, and there's, I should have looked at the official instead of trying to look at the official through the monitor. Didn't quite catch the hand signal there, but regardless, it's a point for Fargo North, and it's 9-8. Jump serve from the middle of the service line. Bumped over to the near pin, sent over. Fargo North keeps it alive. I think instead of tilting up, we'll just zoom out a little bit here. That might help a little bit too. There we go, 9-10. So in the time it took me to do that, I have to add a point for each team there. 10-9 in favor of the Spartans. Want to say hi to Vance. Thanks for watching, certainly appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. There's another point for Fargo North, 11-9. Serve into the net there, and it's 11-10. Once again, the varsity game is coming up after the conclusion of this one. Nice swat from the middle of the net there by Reagan Carlson. (12-10) as a result. (12-11) serve this time will go into the hands of Kendall Mole, a sophomore. That serve will not make it over. Point Fargo North. The lead is 2 once again. Sammy Sanford on the far middle. Now she's going to move over to the left a little bit. We'll have the serve here for Fargo North. And that one will drop. They were able to get it back over there. I was concerned there was going to be 4 touches. And point, and they're going to call a touch violation on the Grovers there. As Trissa Grande for Fargo North was the one to push it over, and then it just came off the hand wrong there of Claire Peterson. And as a result, the lift was called, and Sanford will have the serve as Remy Johnson touches up on it. Now it's sent over there by Charlie Lane. Back to the Grovers as it was blocked. Now back over where Sanford makes first contact. Sets it over to that far pin, sends it back over to the Grovers. Now they go on the attack, trying to tip it over and down, and they do so successfully on that one. 15-12 on the far side. I believe it was Claire Peterson who tipped it over. That one just barely missed on the outside of the back line there. Point for the Grovers. Maybe it dropped inside. No, it was out of bounds. I'm guessing the score is correct. 17-12. I'm going to humbly admit that I may have missed something there, and we're going to go with the scoreboard in the gym here. It says 17-12. Riley Bartz will serve it up for the Spartans over there on the far side of your screen there. Far side of the net. I'm so used to left and right view that it's like near and far has been burned into my memory. And when I occasionally, and it happens here, and it happens when I go to Maple Valley in Tower City there, both of those venues here have the front-back view. And, you know, there are some advantages of it because when you're from the side, sometimes you can't see those serves or those hits or those kills that are tucked into the near side corner of whichever side you happen to be on. And I've noticed in the JV match here that I can see those much better. And I may stop questioning if they were in or out of bounds now that I've come to that realization when I go back to the left-right view for a match there. Okay, so yeah, I think I was right because they made an adjustment on the scoreboard. You can see there it was 16-13, and that's what I thought it was earlier. So we'll make that manual adjustment. All right, so 16-14 is indeed the right score, and turns out I was right, as Sanford's unable to get that one up over, and that'll put another point on the board here for Oak Grove. So they're within one, 16-15, and a timeout on the floor. We'll be back in a moment here on the Andy Sports Channel.
Diamond Academy and Magnitude Sports Media Network are providing a huge opportunity for high school athletes. Player profile videos shine the spotlight on a skill set required for a position in a particular sport. Whether you play softball, track and field, or any other sport, if you're a sophomore or junior, it's time to schedule your video. Most tapings take less than an hour and can save you thousands when a recruiter puts your name in the starting lineup for a college scholarship. For more information, click on Player Profiles at msportsnet.com or call us at 701-373-1843.
All right, welcome back. Coming out of the timeout at 16-15. Grovers are within one here on their home court against the Class A opponent, the Fargo North Spartans. Really looking forward to the varsity matchup here. And this JV game has been pretty solid as well. Fargo North will get the 2-point lead back there on the swat and kill by Jocelyn Sveet. 17-15. Kylie Kleiner with the serve. Comes near side. First contact was made there by Kendall Mole. Spartans on the attack. Mole will dig it out. That was Steinhaus who sent it back over in two. Now Fargo North goes on the attack. It was tipped at the net, went right back to the Spartans and right back to the Grovers. And nice job there in the middle of the net. It was Julia Kellerman with the point. 17-16. That'll put the serve into the hands of Remy Johnson, the sophomore. Outside hitter / rear setter, and that serve goes into the net. 18-16. That's Feet with the serve. Johnson makes first contact. It's bumped there by Peterson, sent over by Jorgensen. Fargo North has to get it over on that touch, and they do. Gives a chance for the Grovers to go on the attack. Dug out there. Couldn't quite see the jersey number on that far side for Fargo North. And that'll be a point for Oak Grove, and that'll tie us up at 18. They're going to call 4 touches on Fargo North. Or check that, it will not tie us up. It'll be 18-17. The scoreboard was a little bit quicker than I expected it to be, and I thought they already had 17. Now we're tied at 18. Out of bounds. Point Grovers, they take the lead, 19-18. That one, unfortunate break there for Oak Grove, and point goes back to Fargo North, tying us up at 19 aside. Sanford will touch up on it. Back set to the near pin, and that was blocked at the net. Primary block there was Charlie Lang. Also, I believe it was Johnson on a piece of that block, if I remember correctly. 2019 in favor of the Grovers. Nice dig out there by Steinhaus, sending it back over to the Spartans. Now Steinhaus will set it up, and that'll be sent over there by Lang. And a nice kill from the far side of the net there. And that's for the number 9 player that I don't have a name for Fargo North. I have a guess, but I don't want to guess incorrectly. 20 apiece. somehow Fargo North kept that one alive, and somehow on the return, Oak Grove kept it alive. A for effort there to try and get the foot underneath the ball there to keep the volley going. And that would have been incredibly sweet if that would have happened that way, but it did not. Results in a lead for the Oak Grove Grovers. Serve from Mo is up and over. North struggling with that one, but they are able to bump it over. And that one goes into the net on the swing by Johnson. That'll put the serve into the hands of Sammy Sanford. Steinhaus with the set. Lang sends it over where Sanford makes first contact. Now Fargo North goes on the attack and unsuccessful. Point Oak Grove. 22-21 as back and forth we go here. Oak Grove needs to win this set, otherwise the match will come to a conclusion a little bit earlier than the Grovers would like it to. Lang will send the serve over. 10-foot line attack is up and over and we're tied. 22 all. And that'll be Riley Bartz checking into the lineup for Fargo North, and she'll also have the serve. That one drops inside the back line for an ace. Grovers thought it was going to go out. They let it, they took the chance, and this time paid the price. But take that back. The score is flip-flop there. It is 24-22 in favor of Oak Grove, and it's set point now for Oak Grove. Fargo North want to talk it over. We'll let them be back in a moment here on the ND Sports Channel. North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast with Tim Howe keeps you up to date year-round on the sport of softball in the state of North Dakota. Coach and player interviews, who's moving on to play college softball, and that, well, guess what? That simply scratches the surface of this Grand Slam softball podcast. A new episode every week during the softball season and every month during the off-season. Listen anytime on demand on the ND Sports Channel, a Magnitude Sports Media Network station. All right, we're going to try and chit-chat here while Lil Nas X is playing in the background, and it looks like we won't have to chit-chat for long. As the timeout will conclude, and the serve will go into the hands of Claire Peterson, and 28-27 seconds, Fargo North still huddled up. That'll give us a chance to tell you, you may have seen it once or twice, player profile videos on our website at msportsnet.com. On the menu bar there, you click on player profile videos. On any of them, the main page or any of the pages that are sorted by state. And it's your opportunity to help out a student athlete who may not be able to afford the production of a player profile video. You can donate to cover the cost of a video, and for each of those donations that come in, we'll mark it down saying that we have a free one that we can hand out to a student who may not quite have enough funds to make it happen. So your help would certainly be appreciated by more than just us, but more so by the student who's trying to play his or her favorite sport in college. And you can do that safely and securely through PayPal. They're $125 a video. 24-23 as the officials talking to the scorers table there. Grover's looking to push this into a third set. Fargo North looking to tie it up and end this in two. And they will not get that done. It'll be a win for the Grovers in set two. 25-23 will go to set three. We're tied at one. Back in a moment here on the ND Sports Channel. The Magnitude Sports Media Network is all about bringing your team home when they are on the road and bringing your team to your friends, fans, and family who are on the road. Does your team have a huge road game coming up on the schedule that your fans aren't able to attend? Do you have family that lives in a different part of the country? Consider sponsoring your team at a rate far cheaper than you would pay with a radio or TV station. Plus, we can actually show you who's watching the game, the age group, and the actual number of viewers. And our operating expenses average about 75.8% less than the operating cost of a radio or TV station, and as a result, our sponsor packages are far cheaper. So, team up with us to bring your team back to your home television when they are on the road playing. Visit our website for more information, msportsnet.com, or call us at 701-373-1843.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast with Tim Howe keeps you up to date year-round on the sport of softball in the state of North Dakota. Coach and player interviews, who's moving on to play college softball, and that, well, guess what? That simply scratches the surface of this Grand Slam softball podcast. A new episode every week during the softball season and every month during the off-season. Listen anytime on demand on the ND Sports Channel at Magnitude Sports Media Network station.
Download Game Time today.
Diamond Academy and Magnitude Sports Media Network are providing a huge opportunity for high school athletes. Player profile videos shine the spotlight on a skill set required for a position in a particular sport. Whether you play softball, track and field, or any other sport, if you're a sophomore or junior, it's time to schedule your video. Most tapings take less than an hour and can save you thousands when a recruiter puts your name in the starting lineup for a college scholarship. For more information, click on...
All right, we'll come out of that break a little bit early here as we're ready to go in set 3 of the junior varsity match. And the first point goes to Oak Grove. We thought we had time to play that extra one, but it turns out that they decided to start this one sooner than expected. So Steinhaus sends it over the back line out of bounds. We're tied at 1. And I hit the wrong button there, my bad. If I had to take a guess, I'd say number 9 is Kennedy Folden. And if it was her, she just got an ace. And that one will go into the net. So an ace followed by a service error, and it's 2-2 as a result. Serve will go into the hands there of Kendall Moe. Sanford will make first contact. (3-2) Oak Grove. Moe will continue on the serve. Serve is over. Sanford makes first contact. Here's the set to the far pin. Over and down. Nice job there on the far side for, I believe that is Tollefson. Yep, it sure is. 3-3. Sanford will have the serve. Diving dig, Oak Grove keeps it alive. Blocked at the net there, and Fargo North will have to try and send it over again. That was a nice block there by Charlie Lang. Now it's sent over by Remy Johnson. Sanford dives for it, and the Spartans can't get it back over, and the Grovers take a 4-3 lead. You know, it kind of has this atmosphere that this is not a JV match. It has a slight varsity atmosphere to it. And it certainly has the pace of a varsity match as well. Here's Remy Johnson. That one's kept alive by Fargo North. Pushed over, and Johnson dived for it, but couldn't quite get underneath it. And that will result in a point for Fargo North, 4-4. I believe it was Sveit with the kill for the Spartans. Serve will go into the hands of Riley Bartz. Can't quite get that one up and over. Another point for Oak Grove as they'll retake the 5-4 lead. Tipped as it comes over, and that'll result in a kill for Sveit. 5-5. Steinhaus will set that one up for Johnson, who sent it over from the 10-foot line. Back over to the Grovers now. Steinhaus will push it over. Sanford will make first contact. The set there by Grande. And pushed over by Sveit, and it's down for a Fargo North point. 6-5. Serve from Kleiner. Steinhaus will send it back towards the middle of the court, and it's sent over there by, that was Kellerman. And a point there for Fargo North. And they take the first 2-point lead for either team, I believe, if memory serves me correctly, here in set 3. Once again, this is the first of 15 and/or to win by 2 in set 3, as junior varsity matches are best of 3 sets compared to the 5 sets for varsity. Back set, far side. Johnson sends it over, but out of bounds. And Fargo North starting to creep away, and with that 3-point lead, Oak Grove will talk it over, and they'll give us a chance to play that spot that we didn't have a chance to play in full. Back in a moment here on the Andy Sports Channel.
Diamond Academy and Magnitude Sports Media Network are providing a huge opportunity for high school athletes. Player profile videos shine the spotlight on a skill set required for a position in a particular sport. Whether you play softball, track and field, or any other sport, if you're a sophomore or junior, it's time to schedule your video. Most tapings take less than an hour and can save you thousands when a recruiter puts your name in the starting lineup for a college scholarship. For more information, click on Player Profiles at msportsnet.com or call us at 701-373-1843.
All right, welcome back. It's 8-5 out of the Oak Grove timeout. Fargo North has the lead here in the junior varsity match. Varsity won to follow. Fargo North won the C-team match. That is Steinhaus sending it back over. Sanford made first contact. Grande with the set over to the far side, and the attack goes into the net. So far, so good for Oak Grove out of the timeout. Remy Johnson will have the serve here for Oak Grove. She's a sophomore for the Grovers. And a drop for an ace for Johnson. One more of those and we could be tied. Not going to happen this time around. blocked at the net. Nice job there by, that is Kellerman. And now we are tied. Oh, wait, no, check that. Didn't get through the block. It must have dropped on the other side of the net. My eyes deceived me there. I apologize. Point Fargo North. It's 9-7. Now, which side of the net did that one go on? It went on the side that allows Fargo North to get the point. So I guess that's one disadvantage of the front-back view. If you were listening earlier, I was kind of describing the differences between a front-back view and a left-right view, which I'm more used to. And that one that'll be a point for Oak Grove. I believe it was on the back side of the antenna there, but I'm not 100% sure what the exact call was. That's my best guess. 10-8. Grovers are within 2 now. Once again, this is they need to rally now because this is a 1st to 15 set. As the officials are talking something over there. Trissa Grande for Fargo North, the junior, was the one talking to the official. Now that's all been sorted out. Oak Grove will be allowed to serve. Sanford makes first contact. Set far side, and they got the kill. Nice spot there to put it down for Reagan Carlson. And it's 11-8. It's do or die time now for the Grovers. They need to rally here and tie this thing up. Grande with the serve. Steinhaus will send it over, and that one may have gone out of bounds had Fargo North let it go. Lucky break there for the Grovers. Set up, pushed over. Lang kept alive by the Spartans. Johnson will dig that one out. Here's the set. Lang will push it over. Spartans will keep it alive. Sanford on the second touch. Bumped over, free ball. Grande out of bounds. Point for Grovers. 11-9. Back within 2. Much better than a 3-point deficit considering where the Spartans are at with a current score to where they need to be for final score. One more point here from the Grovers would be crucial, out of bounds, and they'll get it. And it's 11-10. Serve will go into the hands of Sydney Steinhaus, a sophomore. Set by Grande, middle of the net, and they got it. That was Carlson with the kill. 12-10. Coming back in is Tullifson, number 16 for Fargo North. She's playing on the right side, front line right side as that serve goes into the net. And the Grovers are back in this at 12-11. At least it should be 12-11. There we go. This time I was quicker than the scoreboard. Kendall Mole, a sophomore, with the serve here for Oak Grove, and it's over. Sanford makes first contact. Grande with the set, far side. Tullifson tried to send it over, blocked at the net. That is Charlie Lang with the block, and it's 12-12. I think it's Mo, number 2. Yep, with the serve. Free ball here. Chance for Oak Grove to take the lead. Blocked at the net. Grovers keep it alive. Here's Remy Johnson sending it over. Dug out nicely there by the Spartans. Now they'll go on the attack. And they'll get the kill. I believe it was Tullifson, and it was. They'll retake the 1-point lead and get the serve into the hands of Sammy Sanford. 5'4" junior. Played junior varsity last year for Fargo North and also a couple varsity matches. Nice job there by Charlie Lang. Middle of the net, it looked like it was going to go directly over the middle of the court there, and at the last second, she kind of pushed it over to the left. to put it into the corner here, and as a result, we're tied at 13. Lang will have the serve. It's Grande with the set, middle of the net, sent over. Knee sliding dig there by Lang. Now Remy Johnson will send it over. Spartans will keep it going. Back set near pin on the attack. Block at the net. It was Kellerman along with Remy Johnson, but Kellerman had the primary hands on that block. And it's match point for the Oak Grove Grovers. They were down by as many as 5, and they have battled back, and we have a timeout on the floor. Fargo North needs to be careful here. Otherwise this one might slip away. We're back in a moment on the ND Sports Channel. North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast with Tim Howe keeps you up to date year-round on the sport of softball in the state of North Dakota. Coach and player interviews. Who's moving on to play college softball, and that? Well, guess what? That simply scratches the surface of this Grand Slam softball podcast. A new episode every week during the softball season and every month during the off-season. Listen anytime on demand on the ND Sports Channel, a Magnitude Sports Media Network station. All right, well, I said earlier this one had a varsity feel to it, and, well, there's a reason for that. It's match point for Oak Grove, and they trailed earlier on in this set here. We'll see if they can win it or if Fargo North will tie it up and get some bonus volleyball here in set 3. They will tie it up, and we'll have bonus volleyball here in set 3. 14-14, now both teams have to be careful here. Every point scored is match point for that particular team. Serve will come out of the hands of Riley Bartz for the Fargo North Spartans. Set by Steinhaus, pushed over there, and that is Claire Peterson. And point Oak Grove. 15-14, match point back over to the Grovers here as the serve will go into the hands of Claire Peterson. Peterson is a sophomore setter for the Grovers. Serve is over. Sanford makes first contact. That's Grande with the set. And Tullison sends it over and down. We're tied once again at 15. Kylie Kleiner with the serve. And that was going to be an ace, and now it's match point for Fargo North. And now the Grovers will talk it over. Back in a moment.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
All right, welcome back. Both teams have had match points on a couple occasions here. Right now, it's the Spartans that have match point. 16-15, bonus volleyball, have to win by 2. Serve is over. Oak Grove will send the ball back. Chance for the Spartans to win it here. Here's the set. And it'll come over. Nice diving dig, and it's saved there by Oak Grove. Remy Johnson sends it over, and it dropped on the line. And we're tied at 16. For a moment there, from my perspective, it looked like that was going to be out in a Fargo North win, but the back line official said it dropped on the line. And that serve will be over the line, and now it's back to match point for the Spartans, 17-16. Got a good one here, and this is Junior Varsity. Oak Grove cannot. That was too bad there. Little collision on the near pin there, and that caused the ball to drop, and Fargo North will win it 2-1 in an exciting set 3 here where both teams had an opportunity to win it on multiple occasions, and Fargo North would get the lucky break and win it 18-16, 2-1, 25-20, 23-25, 18-16. The match goes to Fargo North in the C game and in the JV game. The varsity game is coming up next. The preceding has been a presentation of the ND Sports Channel on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Thanks for watching. This same link, varsity game, starts in about a little over 25 minutes from now at approximately 7:30. Back in a moment here on the ND Sports Channel with your pregame show, coming up in about 10 minutes or less here on the ND Sports Channel.